Howdy do. I get asked a fair share amount of the time. What is your daily routine? How do you wake up? How do you go to sleep? What do you do during the day? And in today's video, we are going to go through it. Okay, so I don't have this huge scheme here, but I do something in the morning in particular and something at night that I think helps bring things full circle and helps me stack my days together in such a way where it's always building towards something that I want to be working towards, a goal. You know, I don't really make goals, although I might start a little bit here with guitar, kind of like losing my future a little bit, like, oh, well, what's going on, what do I see myself doing? I haven't been doing that very much, so maybe I should start developing goals and kind of create a future for myself a little bit. I used to always be able to see like a year out, you know, boom, this is what's going on. Lately it's been a little different. So anyways, I like to think of this as like an acronym a little bit. I believe that's what it's called. D.A.Y. D-A-Y. So what I like to start off the day with, just to keep it easy, is to start with discipline. Do the things that... Okay, this is just because somebody asked me, alright? I'm just going to say as if I'm a fucking medical professional, even though I'm not. I'm not a physical therapist, I'm not a physical dude, although I've studied a lot with my physical body, exercised for years, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 4 days a week, cycles upon cycles upon cycles of stuff. So I've practiced things, right? But so, and forgive me, I've just woke up. I'm doing this out of order, but it's fresh in my face, so I'm going to share it. So discipline, the things that I like to do related to discipline are the things that help me start the day in such a way where I kind of loosen up, open myself up, prepare myself for the day, for the main activities, preparing my mind, preparing my body, you know, relaxing the mind, relaxing the body. I think relaxing is such a huge part, because if you're scrambling inside yourself, for me it's very difficult to be focused. I mean, isn't that kind of like the opposite in a way? You know, if you're in 1,000 places, it's hard to be in one place directing all of your energy. So within this disciplinary period, you know, maybe, and this is like one of the most difficult parts of the day as well, because a lot of people want to keep sleeping, and if you have an alarm that you have to wake up to, fuck waking up more earlier than that, right? But you know, if you really want to become this super efficient machine thing, you can, you know, give yourself 2 more hours before your work or before your main activity to help yourself at least, you know, wake the fuck up, so you can be, you know, a well lubricated gear for your big old cog business, whatever you're doing. So shit, should I give it some examples? You know, the basic thing, relaxing. How I like to do that? Loosen up, go for a walk. It's super simple. You get fresh air, especially if you're living in like a shitty airspace. You know, if you're living in an old house, get the fuck out of that old house and go for a walk. Your lungs will lung you. Love you. Your lungs will lung you. Anyways, something else I like to do is just stretch every freaking muscle. You know, I live on a small bed at night nowadays. Just how it is today, or you know, these days. So I tend to sleep in tighter positions or just less spread out. So a lot of times I lay on the ground, oh, and just spread the fuck out. Oh, and I get some like TMJ bullshit going on right now, which is my jaw gets really tight overnight, and then I have to like do some exercises. It's still really whacked up right now, kind of hurts, but eventually I have to kind of like loosen that up. I think it's because of my posture over the day, working on posture. You gotta do that. Loosen yourself up, prepare the machine, man. Dynamic body yoga, you know, I just put body in there because whole body. I am attempting to work on my damn voice, alright? You know, like exercise that, loosen that up, become a full ranged you know, musical presence within my own throat. So for me, I do some like voice mantra work where I'm just you know, all that crazy stuff. So disciplinary work, you know, that's the stuff that you just prepare yourself. And also, if you ever had an idea like from the day before, the night before, which I'm going to get to, it's kind of my intention period. The end of the day is where I look back, I see what I did. Am I happy with it? Did I want to do more with it? And given the readings at the end of the day, you know, what I preferred, then I project into the next day what I want to get done, how I want to do it, this and that. And now in the morning, sometimes you have to wash all that shit away, because you might wake up with the natural feeling that might be a little bit more depressed than super active, and that can be okay. All right, it's okay to be depressed. You gotta let yourself. I like the idea of getting into deep rest at those points, and letting yourself just melt away some days, you know, or whatever you want to do, you know. But if things are going speedy, you're getting a lot of work done. For me, I like to end the day with something that's like intensive time, where I can, you know, meditation's a great thing. Lay down for 30 minutes. A lot of times when I like, you know, when life is tough, when I go into a meditative place, I usually just start saying positive things, because like I can't help but just try to be like honest with myself, and also positive, because you know, whatever you got to do to sleep at night, right? Personally, it's like sometimes really great sleep comes with like great affirmations before bed, and just great thinking, and healthy, positive thoughts, and then, you know, the next day starts off with some great discipline, or, you know, whatever. We'll see when we wake up. And that's kind of a tricky thing. If you want to be fluidly natural, and you're trying to work a schedule, you're trying to work goals, and you have these things written down, and you keep yourself super ultra disciplined, where you don't let yourself slip up, you know. Like working out, I've had experience with that, right? It just becomes part of the day. Like sometimes part of your day involves the normal thing, or it becomes a normal thing to involve exercise, an hour or two a day. Sometimes it becomes part of your life, like sleeping, you know. Actually, you know, some people don't even sleep like it's a part of their life, but whatever. Anyways, the middle of the day I like to keep for activities, right? The middle of the day, D.A.Y. That's for, you know, times where you gotta go hustle and make some money, work it up, and then complete the main activities of what you wanted to do, right? So for me, a lot of times it involves guitar practice, or education, study, research and development, a lot of that shit, skill training, you know. Once your body's ready to go, it's charged, you got the nutrients in, really good fats, really good micronutrients, macronutrients, you know, enough of them. Water. Get all lubed up, man. So, yeah, I just thought the acronym of D.A.Y was kind of cool, because start off with some discipline, keep it functional, practice through the yoga, soak up all of this insane new day, and then let it be with yourself, and then go around and play, you know, like we'll say it that way, alright? Yeah, and at the end of the day, you could say it's your time. Whoop. Why your time? I don't know. And then do what you gotta do, you know. Sometimes you just want to get stoned and watch a movie. Can't hold you to that, or hold you to anything else. I mean, whatever you gotta do, man. Life isn't always super serious. I feel like I've been too serious lately, and I feel like it's been almost causing me some sickness, illness, and so yeah, maybe my voice is a little bit more nasally. You might hear that. I feel like I'm supposed to be inviting upon this beautiful deep voice. No, a little bit more overacting. Why is it called overacting? When it's just acting. Alright. Anyone else have questions about, like, what goes on? I mean, I like to keep things open, because life is huge possibility. And your way is not my way. But if you like some things, try some things. Everything is honestly, in my opinion, the reason I don't create bullet points and all this, you know, like do this for 30 minutes, for 22 minutes, for 8.8 minutes, this and that and this and that. I think we all deserve to learn how to listen to ourselves, and by way of stretching, literally. Okay, maybe I just have this awareness inside myself because I worked with my body for so many years. But like, look, you have a muscle. It's attached to 2 points. When the 2 points are closer together, the muscle is, you know, thicker. It's not getting stretched. It's conglomerating into a patch. To stretch it, you do the exact opposite. And basically, if you just listen to yourself deeply and internally, you can stretch anything you need to stretch to the perfect depth that you would stretch it just by listening and being persistent as well and pushing yourself into the stretch. See, this stuff is just kind of like obvious to me, so I don't bullet point the fuck out of this. My apologies if you're somebody who like needs bullet points. Go research that in a different video because I'm not going to supply you that. So like, go look up a yoga routine, a stretching routine, you know, parts of the body, leg stretches, hamstring stretches, quad stretches, this stretch, that stretch, all the other stretches, you know. You can do that. I'm not going to do it for you because I think if you just listen to yourself and start breathing, your body starts to realize what feels good, which is being loose and relaxed. And so, get this shit out of my throat. I smoked a fair amount of weed last night, honestly. And when you do that and go to sleep, sometimes the inside just turns into a fucking war zone of dry desert hills. But it's mucus and shit. The bullshit truth. Might have to slow down, especially if I want to start working with my voice and have a normal channel to work with. Alright. Enough of that, huh? Tea tree oil. It smells good. And there's other things for it. Don't just say it smells good, Mr. Michael. There's a cap on it. Chill out. Alright. I think that's it for today's video. If you have any questions, ideas, interesting things that you could probe my mind, go for it. Probe my mind. Probe my existence. Probe my things. That was a little weird. Just like to have fun. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? God damn it. Click the